Sirach 17:10. And the elect shall praise his holy name. Shalom. Call Hala Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushai Ba'Hashem Kakadash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of the great millstone who taught me this truth, and to the Akim pushing this word in sincerity and in truth. To you I say Shalom, and to the speckled bird across the four corners of the world, and to the few sisters who may be listening. To you I say Shalom. Lord willing, this will be an edifying lesson, and let's jump right into it. Sirach 17:10, and the elect shall praise his holy name. It's always been about the elect from the beginning of the Bible down to the book of Revelation. It's always been about the elect, the ones that got redeemed out of the earth and predestinated to come to this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, and to receive the name of Yahweh Yahushai. It's always been about the elect. And the things that are written in the Old Testament echo throughout the New Testament. And I'm going to actually get that right now. It says in Matthew 24:21, it says, Salakia. Matthew 24:21, for then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be. And except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days should be shortened. And that's right. For the elect's sake, these days that we're currently living in, these last days, and Jacob's troubles around the corner, about to come down heavy on us with this double coming with great wrath. You know, unless days were shortened for the elect's sake, nobody would make it out of this great tribulation that's about to come down on the whole planet, on every people that live in this world. It's going to hit everybody, but for the elect's sake, you know, they're going to be shortened, because unless these days were shortened, nobody would make it out alive. And you know what? When you come down and skip down a little bit, it says Matthew 24:31, and he shall send his angels with the great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from one end of heaven to the other. So, you know, the angels, you know, are going to come and gather the elect from the four winds of the earth, from the four corners, from every single place that you could imagine, because we got scattered throughout the four corners of the world. The elect are everywhere. We're everywhere. You know, it's always been about the elect. It's always been about the elect. You know, and nobody can actually make an accusation against the elect, because the elect are justified in the eyes of the Most High. You know, let me get that to prove that. Let me see. Where is it? It's around here somewhere. It's lock you. Hold on. I'm going to start at 30, actually. The point is in 33, though. It says, Romans 8:30. Moreover, whom he did predestinate, them he also called. And whom he called, them he also justified. And whom he justified, them he also glorified. What shall we say then? What shall we then say to these things? If God be for us, who can be against us? Because if you've been called into this knowledge, that means you've been predestinated by the Most High to receive this word, to receive his name and the name of his son. And not only that, but you know, Satan, he's gonna trying to come against you and trying to you know, make an accusation against you and all these things. But you're gonna be justified in the eyes of the Most High if you're part of the elect. Just like this verse 31 says, if God be for us, who can be against us? Nobody can be against us if God is for us, the Most High, if Yahweh is for us. You know, if we endure unto the end, and Lord willing we do, we're going to be glorified along with Yahweh Shai and be joint heirs with him. That's going to be a very beautiful thing. And it's always been like this. It's always been about the elect. That's why it's spoken about in the New Testament as well. You know, verse 32, he that spared not his own son, but delivered him up for us all, how shall he not with him also freely give us all things? Who shall lay anything to the charge of God's elect. It is God that justifieth, and that's right. Who can possibly who can possibly bring a charge, an accusation, something against God's elect? Nobody can. You know, there's no. Even the Most High says, "It is I, even I, and there's none else beside me." He's the only one that He's the Most High. You can't bring an accusation to the Most High if the Most High justifies you. You know, you see, it's always been about the elect, and the elect are gonna be saved out of this one way or another. You know, whatever you put in front of them, whatever demons come their way, whatever trials and tribulations, whatever goes along in their fiery trial, they're gonna make it out of there because they're the elect. You know, we've received this word, like it says in Romans 11:7. You know, let me get that as well. It says, Romans 11:7. What then? Israel has not obtained that which he seeketh for, but the election have obtained it, and the rest were blinded. And that's right. You know, our people, the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, and the speckled bird across the four corners of the world, they're constantly looking for things of the outside world, trying to fulfill that void that only the Most High can fill. And you know, they're trying to look for something, but they can't quite make it. Some are almost there, but they can't quite make it. They can't figure out the puzzle, but the election have obtained it. And what's the thing that we have obtained? This knowledge, this wisdom, this understanding, this new song. You know, the names of Yahweh, Yahweh Shai, the understanding of the gospel, the fact that we're even able to preach these words. You know, we've obtained it, and the rest were blinded. You know, they were blinded because, you know, that's what was written. You know, and actually is the next verse. It says, according as it is written, Yahweh has given them the spirit of slumber, eyes that they should not see, and ears that they should not hear unto this day. And that's right, the Most High did this. Just like the Most High predestinated the elect, he also predestinated for some of our people to be blinded. That's why 1/3 is going to make it and 2/3 are going to be cut off and die. You see, the Most High's plan is going to come into full effect. It's always been about the elect. That's why I started this lesson off with, and the elect shall praise his holy name, because only the elect are going to understand and truly convert and come back and try to, you know, be, you know, trying to work their salvation with fear and trembling. You know, only the elect are going to be out there trying to actually, you know, do the work, read, pray, fast, do all these things that the Most High has commanded us to do, and to keep the commandments, the righteous acts, you know, rehearse the righteous acts to the best of our ability. You know, it's always been about the elect, always, and it's a very beautiful thing. This is Isaiah 65:9. It says, and I will bring forth a seed out of Jacob and out of Judah, an inheritor of my mountains. That's talking about Yahweh Shai, obviously, because he came out of the Judah, right? He sprang forth out of Judah. And mine elect shall inherit it, and my servants shall dwell there. And this is a very beautiful scripture because it sums up so much and so little. Because it talks about the Messiah who's going to inherit the mountains, meaning the kingdom, and the elect who are going to inherit it, talking about us, and his servants that are going to dwell there, the ones that are the 1/3 that are going to keep the law, statutes, and commandments, and you know, the 1/3 that are going to be saved out of this place, that are actually hoping and praying and trying to, you know, keep the faith going. You know, this is actually a very beautiful scripture. I'm gonna highlight this. Yeah, I'm gonna highlight that. You know, it's always been about the elect, man. And I'm gonna get one more scripture, and I'm gonna end it off on that. Let's go to Ephesians. You know, because the Most High did predestinate us. Let's go to Ephesians 1. It says, Ephesians 1:4. It says, according as he has chosen us in him before the foundation of the world, that we should be holy and without blame before him in love, having predestinated us unto the adoption of children by Yahweh Shai HaMashiach to himself, according to the good pleasure of his will. So according to the good pleasure of his will, he has predestinated predestinated us to be adopted into this fold. And not only that, but he has chosen us before the foundation of the world. So before this world was even made, before the winds ever blew, before the innumerable multitude of the angels were gathered together, before the chimneys in Zion were hot, before all of that, we were chosen before the foundation of the world, before all of that. You know, we've been here before, man. We've been here since the beginning. You know, we've been here, man. And not only that, but we're coming into this knowledge. You know, I'm not sure what that scripture is, but if I find it, I'll put it in the description, because I don't want to butcher it. But you know, it's always been about the elect, man. It's always been about the elect. You know, so with that, I'm gonna end it off. I'm gonna highlight this real quick. So with that, I want to say Shalom, Kal Hala Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushai Ba'Hashem Kakadash, the water Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushai, for giving me the spirit to make this short lesson. And Wa Abad Baba Shalom.